We are continuing our coverage of the World Baseball Classic. We are going to be moving on to Pool C. I'm Alex, and that's Christian, and we're really looking forward to this pool, to be honest. Not just because of Team USA, but this is a really, really good pool in general. Mexico, Colombia, and Canada are solid teams. Great Britain is the qualifier team that made it, but they should be pretty solid too. But I'm really looking forward to talking about this pool.
Oh yeah, Team USA leading the way, but no, there's a couple of teams in the mix for sure. But let's get into it. Pool C begins on March 11th. It's going to be taking place in Phoenix, Arizona. And once again, shout out to the WBC Twitter for these graphics. Did their thing. But yeah, Pool C, to get things started, we're going to be getting into Canada. Team Canada, they are definitely a solid squad, in my opinion. They've got a few recognizable names. They've got one future Hall of Famer off the top of my head. That's Freddie Freeman. And this your guy, Alex, right here. And Braves legend, maybe for sure, Canada legend, but maybe he can make some history for Canada in this run.
Yeah, I'm super forward looking to this team, to be honest. There's a lot of names on here I like. Bo Naylor was a young prospect last year that got a taste of the major leagues last year. Abraham Toro, he's a super utility guy. I'm pretty sure he was part of a trade this offseason. I can't remember which one, but he was on the Seattle Mariners last year. And John Axford, I haven't seen that name in a while. He was a solid relief pitcher for the Brewers for a while. There's another name on here too that's me and Christian kind of have an inside joke with, and Matt Brash. He's a up and coming prospect for the Mariners. He spent some time in the Mariners rotation last year too, so it'll be nice to see him. But Canada's got some solid names now that I'm really looking more into it. Nick Pavetta's not a bad pitcher. Cal Quantrill, he's
Mm-hmm.
not either. I think this team, honestly, not gonna say they're gonna win this, but I think they could be a runner up for this pool. This is a really gonna be a really competitive pool, to be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure. And another name, Tyler O'Neill. He's definitely a solid ball player when he's full and healthy. I'm excited to see him potentially being healthy and showing out for Canada. And yeah, Matt Brash. Hopefully, real life Matt Brash shows up for Canada and not MLB the Show Matt Brash, because
It's home run derby if it's that one.
yeah. But like Alex said, this team I think has a lot of potential. That's just kind of similar to the Pool B situation. There is one other team that kind of in the way to saying maybe they can win this, but yeah, I for sure can see these guys taking the runner up.
Definitely wouldn't be surprised if they took runner up. And I also wouldn't be surprised if this team either, or honestly, any of these teams won. I mean, we're not gonna just say outright Team USA is gonna win this pool, but it's just, I mean, it's inevitable, kind of. But Colombia does have a solid roster too. I kind of like some of the people they got on here. Jorge Alfaro, he's a different type of catcher. He's got some speed for a catcher. So be nice to see him. Donovan Solano, he's a really, really good contact guy. Same thing with Harold Ramirez. I'm not seeing too much power from this team, to be honest, unless it comes from the guys that I just don't know about.
Gio Urshela, no, I'm messing. But shout out to him, former Yankee. But yeah, Colombia's solid team. Like Alex said, a few of these guys are definitely recognizable. They hate to say it, not the weakest team in this mix. I feel like, but definitely not on the stronger half. So Colombia, honestly, I think they can potentially have a solid showing, but I'm not going to bet on that, to be honest. Uh, a team that I feel like has an even worse chance, though. You got Great Britain, the qualifying team for Pool C. Yeah, do not recognize many names over here. I feel like I've seen this one guy's name before, but yeah, Lucius Fox. I feel like I've seen that name around before. I just can't recall from where. But outside of that, and Trace Thompson, excuse me, Clay Thompson's brother is actually playing for Great Britain. I'm wondering what's up with that.
Yeah, and I got an answer for you for that. So Trace Thompson's dad, he is from the Bahamas, and the Bahamas is was ruled by Great Britain up until 1973, and they're still kind of under their territorial control too. So That's why Trace Thompson is able to play for Great Britain because of his dad is from the Bahamas. But I was actually really excited to see his name on here. It's really the only guy I noticed on here. But I think that this team will probably be they'll be probably be pretty good. I'm just really happy to see baseball kind of expanding over there in Europe and seeing more European teams in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Considering the standards of baseball in Europe, honestly, I feel like qualifying is a win in itself for Great Britain. So shout out to Great Britain for that. It's dope to see them here on the world stage for baseball.
Yeah, it's honestly really awesome seeing more teams or more countries included in the World Baseball Classic. I'm glad they expanded it to 20 countries now. So now that we can have more games and the game's just expanding in general all around the world. So it's nice to see. But a country that's been around for a while, well, not that's been around, but baseball relevancy for a while is Mexico. This Mexican roster, after I took a second look at it, is really, really good now that I look at it. I like what they got at position players. They got a good mixture of contact and power. They got a really solid defense behind the plate with Alejandro Kirk, and then that outfield's going to be pretty good too. But one thing I was kind of surprised with how good this pitching is. Patrick Sandoval, Julio Urias. Those are probably going to be the two guys leading the way in that rotation. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of recognizable names on here. One surprise for me was seeing Randy Arozarena for Team Mexico. I'm assuming that has to do with a defection from Cuba. So I guess he's representing Mexico. That's dope to see. But yeah, then you got like Jaron Duran and Alejandro Kirk. Uh, Kirk being definitely a little more relevant than Duran. But yeah, no, Mexico definitely looking solid. And I don't want to give my too early prediction yet, but yeah, these guys are in the mix for that.
Yeah, and one guy I'm kind of curious of how they're on this roster is Austin Barnes. He's a catcher. I can't remember who he's a catcher for. I know he had played for the Dodgers for a while, but I would like to know why he's there. But there's one guy on this team, or two guys actually on this team that I'm really looking forward to play because they're young guys and kind of pretty good prospects. But Joey Meneses, I think that's how you say it, and then Alec Thomas. Alec Thomas is an unreal glove in the outfield, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him play.
Honestly, same thing with Isaac Paredes as well. I think his name has been around for some time, and pretty sure he's on the Rays, right?
Yeah, he's on the Rays.
Yeah, pretty. He's on the Rays. Uh,
He had a
I
three-homer game last year.
yeah, I've seen some really solid things about him. I'm kind of excited to see him in the mix too. But Mexico is looking real solid. The only thing is there is a roadblock in this pool. Uh, you got Team USA. That roster, man. I'm hesitating right now just because it's like
I love
I'm
this
tripped.
roster.
Like this is like I'd put this up against like an all-star team for sure. And I'll offer it. Uh, I was really excited to see Cedric Mullins on this team. Really excited to see Cedric. Cedric is a really solid ball player. But to be honest, when it comes to actual like talent,
Playtime.
yeah, play time, I don't know because you kind of got somebody named Mike Trout. In case you guys didn't know who Mike Trout was, the goat. You got the goat leading the way in center, and then you got Mookie Betts, and then you got Kyle Tucker. Yeah. Unfortunately, Cedric, big fan, but yeah, you're gonna be playing behind those guys. But yeah, this team is freaking stacked, Alex.
Yeah, I really like the position players. I kind of wish we had some better pitching.
Mhm.
But from what I see from the pitchers, I still like to. I mean, Clayton Kershaw. We all know who he is. He'll probably be leading the way for this team. But we got some young guys like Nestor Cortez and Brady Singer. I really like what I saw from Brady Singer last year, and MLB Network had a really good thing on him a couple of days ago. His ERA from 2 years ago to last year. It was almost like an entire point or two difference. So really good seeing like to see or not really good. I'm really looking forward to seeing him pitch and I'm also really for just really seeing Mike Trout play because I'm just excited to see the superstars because before the last World Baseball Classic, really a bunch of the superstars from a bunch of these countries didn't play, so it's nice to see. And there's one name missing from this roster that I know everyone would love to see, and it would make this outfield the greatest outfield ever. And
Yeah,
if Bryce Harper was able to play, if he didn't have to have Tommy John, I mean, just go ahead and give it to USA. I'm sorry, but that's not how it is.
no, I feel that that is a legit case for the greatest outfield of any sort of team put together ever. That is a crazy thought to think about, but even then, you got 2/3 of that in reality, which is really dope. So, yeah, Team USA. You could make an argument that these guys are the favorite in the entire tournament. Me personally, I'm going to give one team a slight edge. We're going to get into that eventually, but Team USA very easily could win this. There's a few names that we didn't even mention that these are just like some giants in the league. Like you got Pete Alonso and Nolan Arenado, uh, Paul Goldschmidt as well. You got the NL MVP. I just decided to mention him now. That it's really crazy how stacked this team is, and yeah, these are. I'm gonna get into it now. These are the obvious favorites. Team USA is going to be winning Pool C. Bet on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I honestly don't see. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't see. I can honestly see Mexico or Canada maybe sneaking a game for you against USA. So I wouldn't be surprised honestly, but I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think USA is gonna be winning this pool, and I'm gonna go with a little wild card. I'm gonna say Canada is gonna come out of this as the runner up.
Hmm. I would have to say Mexico, but I see where you're coming from with Canada. Old Freddie Freeman fan. No, I'm playing.
No, I just really like their team, to be
Yeah,
honest. They're
no,
solid all around.
I know. I feel that. It would be dope to see Freddie lead the way to a successful Canada run, though.
Yeah, it will be, and this Pool C is gonna be one that is gonna, be very fun to watch. I'm gonna be paying close attention to it, and I'm really looking forward to it. We got one more pool to go through, and, that one's got some firepower in it too. Pool C for the World Baseball Classic is definitely looking like one of the more stronger pools of the four, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing these teams fight it out. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be super competitive throughout these five teams that are in here, and I'm just looking forward to it. But before we get out of here, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you turn on notifications to know when we post new content.
Yeah, and let us know your thoughts on Pool C and who you think are going to be the winners and runner ups. You can also find us on any of our social medias if you want to let us know there. You could find us at ATNW Podcast, all on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. If you want, you could also find my Instagram and Twitter at Christian_S52.
And you can find mine at ahindy2215.
Pool C, man. Yeah, stacked Team USA. I really can't wait to see what they're going to do in this WBC. But until then, peace.
Peace.